What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Figure It Out! Out of the Basement's action figure talk show. Today, we are going to be talking about all of the NECA and Black Series announcements from New York Toy Fair 2019. Of course, I'm Nate, and I'm joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
There were so many amazing announcements, especially from NECA.
Yeah, I was going to say, primarily NECA. I'm gushing over NECA right now.
As most of you guys know, we are both pretty huge horror fans, so all of the awesome announcements from NECA in the horror-related category are very awesome, and we're very excited to talk about them.
Yeah, and we're also mainly Black Series and NECA collectors. I know you dip into Mezco.
Yeah.
A little bit. But, you know, there's one or two, literally just two, Black Series announcements.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So,
and
very light toy fair for Hasbro, I guess.
Well, for Black Series.
Yeah.
They came out of the woodwork with Marvel Legends, which is awesome. Tons of Marvel Legends, but we just don't collect those anymore, so we're not really going to be talking about them. But the 80th anniversary line looks really good. All of the new X-Men figures look awesome. So that's great for people who collect Marvel Legends, but we jumped out of that.
Yeah.
We jumped out of that boat. And I'm glad, because if I was still into it, I don't even know how I would be able to afford everything they announced. So many goodies. But I say let's start with the Black Series, because it's only two announcements. And we will be talking about the Hyper Real line, but we are going to be saving that for its own little separate video.
Yeah, it's going to be a little half episode of Figure It Out. A little special bonus.
Little mini-sode.
Because it kind of deserves its own video. But just a short little recap. What's going on there?
Basically, the Hyper Real line is a new 8-inch scale line that is incredibly detailed, and they're $80. So they're the price of a Mezco 112 collected figure.
Incredibly detailed, but is basically probably the same detail as like a NECA Ultimate figure.
Yeah.
But it's like $79.99.
I think the engineering of the figure is what's driving the price so high, but we'll talk about that later. So, from Hasbro Black Series, of course, if you saw our little meme on Instagram and you watched our last episode of Figure It Out, we discussed wanting a Padawan Obi-Wan, and what do you know? Hasbro watches our videos yet again.
Yep.
So,
they didn't have that in the pipeline for months on end.
Nope, and
they saw that video and they instantly said, "Fire up the conveyor belt, boys."
And it's also not one of the most desirable figures in general from the line.
It's going to be great to have a Padawan Obi-Wan, because obviously we said in our previous episode that you got a Qui-Gon, you have a Darth Maul. We're even going to get the Darth Maul in Wave 2 of the archive, right? Or is that, what did I see?
It's whatever's coming out in the fall. It's either Wave 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But we're getting the Darth Maul, so people who never got Darth Maul, a real one like me, can get that, and then we'll have our Padawan Obi-Wan. And then
you can have the Duels of Fate.
Yeah.
It is a little bit of a bummer, and I don't know when Hasbro is going to get on this boat, but again, another Jedi without the robe.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Why does Hasbro keep releasing Jedi figures without their robes? Every single Jedi has a robe.
I'm going to guess that the majority of people who purchase that Padawan Obi-Wan is going to be using it in some sort of action pose with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, so it's not like 100% necessary. Like, I understand the outrage for it, but
just do it. How much more expensive is it to include
a little piece of cloth?
To include a little piece of cloth. They could literally just reuse the old man Obi-Wan robe over and over again, and I'd at least be fine with that.
True.
And it does have the photoreal tech on it, and it looks amazing.
Yep. Spot
on to our boy Ewan. And the alternate hand, the two-finger hand. So awesome. Yeah. Now we just need a nice episode 3 Obi-Wan, a re-release
with face printing,
and we'll be set.
I agree.
And on top of that, we also got closer looks at all of the previously announced Star Wars figures. But we've already talked about those, so we're not really going to go over it again.
Ezra.
Yeah, Ezra looks really good. I think he's the one that was kind of like the big, like, you know, we already announced this, but like here it is.
Yeah.
And I think he looks really good, but we've already discussed most of that other stuff like Chopper and all those goodies in a previous video.
Yeah. They're not brand new announcements, so we don't necessarily need to spend a lot of time on those.
Yeah. But what is really cool, and you know, I'm so happy we're going to Star Wars Celebration, right, Justin? Darth Maul and Obi-Wan are both having Star Wars Celebration exclusive releases where they are in the classic Episode 1 packaging, and it's like foil, so it's nice and shiny.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
But those are going to be convention exclusives, and unfortunately we are not attending Star Wars Celebration this year, so we will be missing out on those.
And what makes that even worse is we live in the Chicagoland area, and it's probably, this is going to be the one and only time it's going to be in Chicago.
Yep, and we're not going, so congratulations to us. Really good on our part. But realistically, you'd probably have to go on the preview night if you wanted to get either of those. I guarantee they're going to sell out instantly, so
probably, yeah.
Even if we decided to like go on one of the days you could still buy tickets, I doubt we'd be able to get either of them.
Yeah.
But they are going to be, well, Darth Maul's getting a archive re-release, and Obi-Wan is confirmed to be in the red and black box, so it's just a matter of time before we can get those figures. And that's all from the Black Series. Not a whole lot of announcements.
Yeah, I think they've already announced so much. But basically, I think that's because, like, we're already so hyped on the Black Series train right now. I mean, they could have announced a little more, but, I mean, we still have the Battle Droid, which we predicted years ago. Yep. Mace Windu, which we predicted years ago.
Yep.
And, you know, Padme.
Yeah.
And, you know, all the Rogue One or Solo figures, whatever they are.
True. But you know, I like that we're getting fewer, you know, like Hasbro said, fewer waves, but with more important characters, not so many repacks.
Yes.
So the less announcements, you know, it's fine with me.
And the new wave that is like hitting stores right now, the Droid, Mace, some figures from The Last Jedi and Solo, those are all new figures, right? No repacks. So I mean, good on them. And the Battle Droid is 2 per case.
Yeah.
So they finally got a clue when it comes to, you know, the army building crowd out there.
Oh, people want to own more than one of these?
I think the B1 Battle Droid is something I definitely want to at least get like 3.
Yeah.
At least get 3 right off the bat, maybe, you know, a clearance or something.
I doubt we're going to be able to find those on clearance,
but they're 2 per pack, so hopefully I mean, they're not going to be shelf warmers, but hopefully they're abundant.
But we also live in a world now where the prequels, it's come full circle, and people are now on the train of maybe the prequels weren't so bad.
The ring theory.
George Lucas this was his master plan all along. So anyways, let's move on to the NECA announcements. And like I was saying with the Black Series, I'm glad there's not so many because there's too many NECA figures.
Yeah.
And it's like, if there was a bunch of Black Series figures too, then I'd have to start picking and choosing, and I don't want to do that.
True.
So let's start off with probably the thing that, if you're in tune with the figure world, the horror world, that you knew was coming. Friday the 13th, Part 5, Roy Burns, the imposter, Jason. Of course, we all remember the outrage around the dream sequence Jason. And where's Roy?
One thing, just a very quick side note, one thing that I've noticed is, like, the people who comment on NECA's, like, Facebook, Instagram, sometimes Twitter, very toxic. Yeah. Randy, I'm sorry. The majority of your fans are positive. We just don't comment. We just like the post. So the only time that people comment are super negative things, and we've kind of said that a little more casual people, since they're starting to show up more at Target.
Yeah.
So we have this theory that more casual people are starting to get into collecting, and with casual people, they don't really understand how anything works yet. So they're like, didn't they already release this figure? And they're talking about the dream sequence Jason.
Yeah. Or they think that the dream sequence Jason is like an egregious error of a figure and that it's supposed to be Roy.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh my. But anyways, we finally got a look at Roy. Randy and everyone at NECA have been teasing this for a very long time. We saw the weapons, the unpainted weapons, a few months ago.
Yeah, I mean, it literally comes with 8 weapons.
Literally every single weapon that Roy kills someone with in Friday the 13th Part 5 is included. You've got the branch with the belt, the hedge clippers, the knives, the machete, the flare, the meat
long
cleaver,
metal spike thing, and then I think this is like a big like industrial nail that he nails the guy to the tree with.
Yeah.
And the mask is removable, of course, that we come to expect. But this Jason's a little different because, you know, obviously you got a human head with the, like, latex.
Yeah, the thing around his face, like it is in the movie. Yeah. So props to the details. And someone actually edited a photo. I don't know if you saw on NECA's Twitter. They retweeted it. Someone took the mask and edited it onto his face so that we could get, like, an idea of what it looks like. And it looks really good. The face is pretty good on Roy. I do think that there is something off about it. I don't really know what, but for the most part it looks really accurate. Yeah. But honestly, if you're having a Roy figure, are you really going to be posing him with the mask off? Like, be honest with yourself. Are you going to do that? Because I would be willing to bet
because he doesn't
9 out of 10 people
he doesn't take his mask off in the movie until he's dead and it's off. But
right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know for 100% of a fact, as soon as I pull this out of the box, the mask is going on and it's never coming off. So, but I have seen people complain about the face, and I do agree that there is something off about it. But
I think it's good.
I don't really mind. And he does have the stomach damage too, which I don't mind. Again,
I've seen comments of people saying that, oh, I can't display him with like the weapons he used before he got the stomach damage because he has the stomach damage, and I'm just like, it's 2019 and such a niche thing is being released in such great detail and value and
fuck, choking on my lemonade. Be grateful that you are getting a Roy Burns figure at all.
And it's a great figure. It's not even like we're making an excuse like, oh, it's not that good, but like be grateful because it's 2019. Like, it's a great figure. I can already tell. Because, I mean, it's the same mold, so you already know what you're getting from all the other Jasons. So, I mean, true. I can already say it. It's a great figure.
So, that was the only Friday announcement. I kind of thought we were going to get another Jason announcement, or at least a tease, but Randy has also confirmed on Twitter that they held back a ton of stuff for SDCC, which I could only dream about what's going to be shown off. So, moving on.
Jason Takes Manhattan?
I think that's logically the next step.
Yeah.
Because they could use the similar body mold. They don't have to do any, like, new tooling to the figure, really. So, keeping with the horror train a little bit, we got 3 Halloween announcements. We're getting an 8-inch... the clothed figure line of 2018 Michael, which is not really interesting to me.
Yeah.
I have the Ultimate Michael. That's good enough for me. I don't need to buy another one. He's also getting the 1/4 scale treatment, which again, if you're a fan of that line, that's great for you. And then...
the goodies.
I'll just say it right away. This is the best announcement of Toy Fair. Halloween 2, Ultimate Michael Myers.
Yep.
Comes with the Ben Tramer head. Comes with the bloody eye head. Comes with the normal head. Comes with a hammer, a knife, and the syringe, and the pumpkin
where you can take open the skull.
That opens up to reveal the skull. The figure looks amazing. It was just a prototype that was shown. Clearly not finished at all, and it was also like much bigger than every other figure there, but
yeah.
It looks amazing.
I think this might be the best, like, Michael Myers likeness.
Yeah, the mask looks incredibly accurate, especially to Part 2, because Part 2 used the same mask from Halloween 1978.
But the actor just had, like, a bigger head.
Yeah, right? But the actor was obviously different underneath, so it fit his head differently and made the mask look different.
Yeah.
And just a quick side note, the Mezco 1/12 Collective Halloween 2 Michael Myers... Ooh! I'm a big Mezco fan, but you guys have to absolutely be joking if you think that you can just repaint 1978 and call it the Part 2 figure. Just add some blood on him and just paint the same mask. The mask looks different. I just don't understand how they expect people to think that's okay.
That's Nate's Mezco Minute. Right there, new
segment.
There
it was. My Mezco Minute and Mezco Moon Knight. Shout out to that.
Yeah.
And then, keeping on with Halloween, these the Halloween 3 trick-or-treaters.
Oh, yeah.
In the 8-inch clothed figure line, which also awesome, amazing. Do I wish that they were in an Ultimate line? Of course, but I'm still gonna buy them because it's Halloween 3, and Halloween 3 deserves some love. And it looks like they're even gonna come with the TV that has the little pumpkin on it from the movie. Absolutely excited that those are coming to life. And
they're cool. They're cool.
Moving on, we've got some announcements from It. We have a 1/4 scale 2017 Pennywise coming out.
It looks really good.
It does.
I think it's like extra super detailed.
It looks
pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And he's also getting the 8-inch closed line treatment as well. So that's cool for the collectors of that line. And then we're also getting a new 1990 Pennywise that comes with some different heads, a different balloon. Comes with the picture frame, which, like, I'm not gonna buy this figure. I'm not double dipping, but the picture frame is awesome. It has his hand sticking out of the actual frame.
That is pretty cool,
like in the movie. But personally, to me, it's not worth the double dip. I think the first 1990 Pennywise is good enough, so I'm not really gonna go crazy about that.
True.
And then just quickly, we've got some Predator stuff. NECA is going hard with the Predators like they always do, the Predators and Aliens, and they're releasing like a 5 points of articulation style, like old school Kenner Predator figures from like the 90s.
Yeah.
And they're doing that with Alien 2, and the first two they announced are the Berserker Predator and the Neomorph. And I'm not terribly interested in these, but it's cool. And it would be cool for someone that has kids and want them to, you know... I know personally I probably wouldn't be wanting to spend $30 on a NECA figure for my child to play with it.
Yeah.
But these seem like a really good option, and they seem like they're going to be really cheap.
Not everything from NECA has to be an Ultimate figure. And it's cool that they added like little action effects to the two figures, like the Predator, the plasma cannon shoots out a little blue dart, and then the Neomorph, you press on the tail and the jaws come out.
It's cute.
So, yeah.
It's cute. And then for you fans of The Predator, which was one of the worst movies that was released in theaters last year, we are getting a lab escape Predator. And this is pretty much just the fugitive Predator without the chest armor on.
And the helmet lights up, right?
Yes, that is the coolest part, and that is almost tempting, is that the helmet, one of the helmeted options actually does light up, which Randy said that was the first time in that scale that they've had light up eyes in a figure. Yeah. So that's really awesome. Hopefully we'll get more light up stuff in the future. And we also got a look at the 100th Predator figure from NECA Toys, and it is the Alpha Predator. And as far as I understand, it's a semi-original design from the team, and it does look really awesome. The helmet for the Predator is actually the original design from when Jean-Claude Van Damme played the Predator, and it's like that big, goofy, elongated alien head. I think that's a nice reference. Will I get this figure? I don't know. But it looks really cool, and for Predator fans, I'm sure you're very excited to get something like that from NECA. Yeah. And then finally, another horror thing that we're very excited about is added to the 8-inch clothed figure line, and that is Sam from Trick or Treat, my boy!
Yeah, I knew you'd be excited for this one.
I saw that. I got a little misty-eyed, I won't lie. I got a little misty-eyed. Because I loved Sam so much. Trick or Treat is one of my favorite movies of all time. The sack comes off. You can see his little pumpkin head underneath. The jaw is articulated. He comes with the popsicle. And he also comes with his bag of treats.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah, it looks awesome.
It looks amazing. Of course, again, would I want this to be an Ultimate figure? Absolutely. I think it would be really easy to do in the Ultimate line because you could pretty much just use a Chucky body mold for him. Just paint it a little differently. Make a little different head. But I'm satisfied with this and I will take it. I'll take 2. And then we also got some Godzilla King of the Monsters announcements.
Oh, yeah.
We've got Rodan coming, which looks really awesome, and Mothra as well. And we've got 2 new Godzillas. We have a plain Godzilla, which looks very similar to 2014's Godzilla, and then we also have an Atomic Blast Godzilla, which looks great.
Yeah.
I love the detail on it, and I love the blast effect, and it comes with like the impact point of the blast, like you could see like it reflecting off.
Yeah, I definitely want to pick these up. 'Cause I actually have no Godzilla figures yet, but I enjoyed the 2014 film, and I think I will enjoy the new one.
I hope so. It's looking great, but you never know until you're there.
True.
But Rodan, tons of awesome detail. I love the stands that they're actually coming with, so you can have Rodan and Mothra in flight poses. And they are smaller figures, but that's because they're in scale. I don't think that Mothra and Rodan are quite as big as they used to be in like the old Godzilla movies. I think they're smaller creatures this time around because they don't have to, make a giant puppet or put a guy in a suit.
Yeah.
So they're like more realistic, I guess I would say. Unfortunately, at this point, though, NECA Toys has said many times on Twitter that they are not planning to do a King Ghidorah. And that is a little bit of a disappointment, but at the same time, I'm thinking these figures sell well. King Ghidorah's got to be on the horizon.
Yeah.
So I think if everyone buys the Godzilla line and the Godzilla line does well, either that or Randy's just lying once again on Twitter, which is something I'm okay with because I think it makes the surprises that much more surprising.
It's not like you're going to miss out on the figure. It's not like it's going to be released without your knowledge.
Right. So you'll have your chance. So it's one or the other. It's either, they need to prove themselves with the other figures, or Randy's just purposely misleading us so that when they announce it, it's like a big, whoa!
Yeah.
We're also getting some They Live figures from the 8-inch clothed line, and that's cool for people that enjoy that movie. Personally, it's one of my lesser favorite John Carpenter films. I know that movie's got a huge fan base, but for me, it just doesn't really do much for me. And a Nightbreed figure, which I have not seen that movie, but again, cool for fans that want to see stuff from that movie.
Yeah, for sure.
And then also something that was a little bit unexpected. The Toonie Terrors. The little cartoony figures. We're getting a Jason, a Pennywise from 1990 and 2017, and Freddy. And they kind of look like Hanna-Barbera, Saturday Morning-esque designs. Like, the Jason specifically looks like it would be in Scooby-Doo. Straight up.
Yeah. And don't they come with little backdrops? I thought I saw something on the actual video.
I think they do. Either that or they were just there for display purposes.
Yeah.
But am I going to pick up all of them? Probably not. But the Jason one, I think he deserves a spot.
Yeah.
He deserves a spot.
I agree.
Because I'm a big Jason fan. They're 5 points of articulation, nothing too crazy. They're going to be super cheap. But it's just something neat. And it's something different from NECA. Because like we always say, not every figure has to be a serious, ultimate line, incredible film accurate details. We can have some fun. It's okay to have fun with your toys.
That is true.
And then we saw, I believe it was an unpainted prototype the last time we saw it, so we're going to talk about it now because we've seen the painted, we've seen the accessories. Amphibian Man from the Oscar-winning film Shape of Water. The next figure in the Guillermo del Toro line.
This looks amazing.
Yes. The incredible amount of detail that they put into the sculpt is insane. It literally looks like a picture from the movie.
Yes.
And he comes with an alternate head, which is like the screaming look. He comes with the collar, some hands.
And is that eggs? Bowl of eggs?
And he comes with
a plate of eggs?
Yeah, his little plate of eggs, which are all the accessories you need for that figure. Looks so incredible. I can't wait. I'm so excited that we get to have an Amphibian Man figure.
Because I know you and I absolutely love this film.
Yes.
Have it on 4K.
Yes. Brought a tear to my eye when I saw it in theaters. That's how much I loved it.
I can't believe this is getting a figure. I mean, they've done other Guillermo del Toro figures, but
yeah,
I just wasn't expecting an Amphibian Man.
Right.
So this caught me by surprise for sure, and it looks great.
It does. So that was pretty much all of the NECA announcements. There was some more turtle stuff as well, based on the cartoon. We got to see, the Target 2-packs are confirmed. Those are real. Those were rumored for a long time. So those are confirmed real. And then they're doing Bebop and Rocksteady as well, which, if you're a fan of the Turtles cartoon, that is awesome for you. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately for me, and I don't know about you, I just don't really care about the cartoon Turtles.
Yeah, I would agree.
I watched the show and I loved it when I was little, but I have the movie Turtles now, and I don't need anything else. So that's how I feel right now. Justin, what would you say it was your favorite announcement?
I think there's my favorite, and then there's my personal favorite.
Let's hear it.
My favorite announcement, just in general, if you said, just without any bias, like, if you could have one of these figures right now, it'd be Roy, just because I would say, as a whole, I'm more of a Friday the 13th fan than a Halloween fan. I think Halloween 1 is a cinematic masterpiece and a true achievement of cinema, but that's just the first one. I just do not have as much fun with the rest of the Halloween movies that I do with almost the entire franchise of Friday. So I think just my favorite unbiased is Roy. However, I had no idea, nobody had any idea they were going to do the Halloween 2 Michael, and I really like Halloween 2, and I've been waiting. It's close enough to the classic Michael that I would say that would be my personal favorite.
And I would have to...
I have two favorites.
I would have to agree with you, but for me...
Like, we knew Roy was coming.
Yeah.
So
you know me. You know how much I love Halloween 2. For me, it's like Halloween 1978, and then Halloween 2 is like right here. So to get a figure from Halloween 2, absolutely amazing. And the fact that it was a complete surprise made it even better.
Yeah.
I woke up that morning and I was scrolling through Instagram, and I was just like, what? But easily our favorite announcements. What did you guys like from NECA? What was your favorite announcement? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, this is going to bring us to the end of our Toy Fair news video. There's tons of great toys from a million other different toy lines, but we don't collect any of those, so we don't really feel like it's necessary to talk about them.
So hyped on NECA right now.
Yes, and NECA is just absolutely killing it. They need to stop. I don't want them to stop, but they need to stop. NECA Toys has to be stopped. They're releasing too many goodies. Just kidding. Keep going. Give me more Jasons. Give me more Michaels. Give me that Halloween 6 Michael. I'll buy it. I'll buy it in a heartbeat. Come with the axe.
Come with a little Paul Rudd.
Come with Paul. Yeah, it comes with a baby version of Paul Rudd. It's just really small for no reason. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about NECA and a little bit of Marvel Legends every once in a while, and Black Series on our show here.
Mezco Minute.
And the Mezco Minute. It was more like Mezco 5 seconds. Of course, I'm Nate. I've been joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time on Out of the Basement.